That's the takeaway. Over wire. If you got the money, don't worry about it. And now, how soon would you get the money back to them? Do you have a certain...
At closing.
At closing.
As soon as the whole thing is ready to disperse,
It just gets
one
settled.
of the disbursements, like
I got it.
the payoff of the old loan.
Okay,
We had someone, again, wow, this morning a lot happened. Someone sold their home in Brooklyn. It's like, oh, my people. They sold their home in Brooklyn and they had all of the money wired to us. You know, their home in Brooklyn was a very lucrative sale.
Yeah.
They just wired us all crazy amount of money and we applied it toward their purchase and they had over 100,000 left. So of course I immediately wired that back to them as soon as it's closed.
Yeah. So it's handled that day.
That way there's less wires going in and out instead of wiring us this amount and wiring from Brooklyn here. Like there's ways to figure it out also to help prevent wire fraud.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about your escrow account because on the contract, there's a section that we have to say, hey, your earnest money deposit may go into an interest-bearing account. Are you okay with it? Do you want to speak to that a little bit? Because I have to explain that quite a bit. And I'm like, what are they doing with the interest? I always put I'm assuming you're earning interest. I don't know, but I just put it's okay if you do.
It's a special account. So she used the term IOLTA. It actually stands for what? Interest on Lawyer Trust Account.
Okay.
And I believe all of the interest goes towards indigent legal fees. The South Carolina Bar, every state has its own, but I think they manage that interest and then it's applied to people who can't afford lawyers. I believe.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool. So it's not like you guys are keeping it and earning a bunch of interest. Okay.
Isn't yours, really?
Right. I mean, it's the law firm's account, but it's managed it's client money.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's kind of like, that's why the bar supervises it. And
okay. That's very interesting. I never knew.
Earning like 5% and just cashing it.
Because, you get people like, well, that's my money. And I'm like, it's...
Some people have said that to me too. Like, oh, I'm not going to wire 3 days before closing because I can make 3 days of interest. I'll wire the day of closing. And I'm like, dude, just forego the 25 cents.
that you're going to earn.
You can get your keys on the day of closing.
Sometimes the Fed holds the funds, right?
Yeah.
Does it get
it could be if there's a suspicious wire. A bank could hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So particularly if it's an international wire, those take even longer. So,
it's funny. We say wires can take from minutes to hours.
Yeah.
In scope. Because sometimes.
Or days if it's international.
Yeah.
Or days.
Yeah.
But,
and people don't understand too that for us, they want us to release the keys. It's like, well, it not only has to hit your account, but if it's a buyer side, it
has to hit the seller's account.
It has to hit the seller's account.
It's another thing. People are like, well, I'm not going to pick up the house and run away. And I'm like, yeah, but if you have access in that hour, if it burns down, then it's a whole other issue.
Remover damage something.
Exactly. Burn down's a dramatic one, but
but anything could happen.
Sometimes I walk out of the room and I have the keys with me, and they're like, you don't trust me with the keys? And I'm like, love you, no. Sir, I've met for a whole 20 minutes. Like, where are my clients?
Say you're from Brooklyn.
And Polish.
So
it's good. This is all really good. So you got anything else?
No, I don't know.
We've covered a lot. So do you guys...
we haven't talked about
Go ahead. No. Go for
our
it.
favorite topic.
Mine?
Let's talk about HOAs.
Oh, I do love
in
HOAs.
this area.
Like HOAs. I'm the minority.
I'm serious. I love HOAs.
Yes.
I grew up in an HOA community, like I mentioned. I like HOAs. I think.
But there's a lot of people that don't. I call it Anytown, USA, traditional neighborhoods. Most of them don't have an HOA.
Correct. Yeah.
So they come here and they, and then they see those ads, where it's some crazy neighbor going to the HOA complaint.
So the way I like to, the HOA is basically a set of rules that if you buy in that community, you're agreeing to follow those rules. You agree to pay the dues, you agree to follow the rules. Yeah. For better or worse, right? It's like some HOAs have better boards, some have worse boards, some rules you might not like, some rules you might like. But you don't get to pick and choose. It's like if you want to be a part of that community, you agree to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will say, oh, but they can't tell me what to do. I have rights. It's like you had a right to buy anywhere you wanted, but then when you bought in there, you waived some of those rights just like every other buyer did. Right. And you guys are agreeing to follow the common rules.
Right.
And if
you can see those rules before closing,
absolutely.
They have access to all of those
rules. Via what? How do they find those rules? They are in the
they're on the internet. You can ask the
Well, I'm
HOA.
just saying
You can ask. I mean, they're all over the place. Honestly.
This actually happened in my community. Everyone on the Facebook page is arguing about the tree limbs and how to trim them. I pulled up the rules and covenants and restrictions from the Register of Deeds.
CCNRs.
Yep. Pulled them up, and I posted on the Facebook page, and I put the citation for the Register of Deeds in this book and page. You can view all of these rules in section 5.1. It is your responsibility to trim the trees. And I think not well received on the Facebook page.
No, information. Not a great way to make friends and influence people.
Sent anonymously.
There you go.
But
She lives in the farm. Okay.
I do. He went out the farm. But it's I personally like HOAs because it keeps things in order. You don't have that neighbor parking on the front lawn or painting their house hot pink. It